up, guys, and welcome to my review for Kong Skull Island. This is the second film in the monster universe that's created, which was the first with Godzilla in 2014, and this is a King Kong movie. I mean, it is a little different than your average King Kong film, though. They changed the lore, changed the mythology a little bit, and they change, Kong's overall story and what he does in the movie. And overall, I want to say going into it, I was kind of nervous going into this film, saying to myself, I don't know how Kong feels in this movie, how he looks. I don't know how he looks in the film. I think it might be a little strange watching some of the trailers. It didn't really work for me. But I said to myself, I'm gonna go and watch the film, and watching it in context, we'll see exactly what plays out here and how it looks on the screen. And I could say 100% that any worries I had about the look of Kong and how he would act on screen, all that fades away, because I think that this version of Kong, himself, was really wonderful, and I really dug all the action with him, and just he doesn't want to be bothered. He's just kind of this guy. He's on this island, and he protects the island, and he protects the inhabitants of the island. And there's these big creature things that come about, and he has to fight them. And that's the thing, he has to kill to protect everyone. And that's pretty much the plot of the film when we get to the island. You know what I mean? This is a film that should not be compared to the 2005 Peter Jackson King Kong. This should not be compared to it, because it really has nothing to do with it. And it's, like I said, the mythology has changed, so it's not even supposed to be the same film. It's a different film entirely. And if you want to compare it to anything, you can compare it to the 2014 Godzilla film, which I thought was okay, but they kind of teased Godzilla throughout the film. You'd see him for a second, then he'd be gone. Then you'd see him for a half a second, then he'd be gone. And you don't really get to see him until the end of the film, the last 10-15 minutes of the movie, doing his thing in that big action sequence. In this, you get Kong a lot more throughout. He has a prominent role at the end of the film, and then he's there in the beginning, and he's sprinkled in through the middle. And I felt as though whenever he was sprinkled in, I was extremely invested, and I wanted to see what he was going to do next, because I liked the character in this movie a lot more than I thought I was going to. Now, speaking of the characters, all the humans in this movie, we have Brie Larson, we have Tom Hiddleston, we have Samuel Jackson, John Goodman, and all of these characters, to be honest with you, are kind of disposable. Pretty much every single one of them. Especially Brie Larson and Tom Hiddleston, they're being brought onto this, task to have been flown out to Skull Island to sort of investigate, is what they think they're going to do, and try to, scope out this new place. Little did they know, they're really seeing what kind of being is there, which is Kong, but they don't know that till they get there, which is in the trailer, so it's no spoiler. But yeah, I think Tom Hiddleston, he's got a very interesting scene with a pool stick, which is okay. That's why he's going to be in this movie. That's why we take him along to this mission, because he's the cool guy. There's really nothing to his character. And Brie Larson's character, all she has is a lot of reaction shots, and she really has nothing to do in the film other than go or take pictures. She's a photographer. Samuel Jackson is kind of a cliched character. You kind of see what's going to be happening with him. And John Goodman, he has similarities to the Jack Black character from Peter Jackson's movie. I said don't compare it. That's what I said. Don't compare the movies. But if I was to say there's any similarities, it would be John Goodman's character and Jack Black's character. Kind of, sort of. I mean, they're different people entirely, but if you see the film, you'll say, oh, okay, I could see where they kind of took inspiration from that, and there's definitely scenes in this movie where they take inspiration from previous Kong movies, but overall, this is an original film, and once you do get to the island, the action is phenomenal. All the action stuff, even though you don't really care about the characters, the island and the mythology of it, you're so kind of interested into it. I was anyway. So I was just going from scene to scene, excited to see what kind of action set piece was going to happen next, because the action is very well done in this movie. Like, it is absolutely fantastic, I think, to be honest with you. I liked this movie more than I thought I was going to like this movie. I thought I was going to go into it, and I thought I was going to say, okay, that was fine, kind of disposable. You know, just because they had to make a King Kong movie, you know, so they could have Kong versus Godzilla in a couple of years. But this is a fun action movie with, you know, cliched characters that really have nothing to do, but overall it is a fun movie. The only character that I really cared about and wish they kind of explained more about and really went into is John C. Reilly's character. You know, he's kind of on the island, and we find him there, and he kind of says, oh, it's happened. I wish the movie was about him, not about Samuel Jackson or Brie Larson or Tom Hiddleston. I wish the movie was about John C. Reilly and how he first got to the island, and something happens, and how he has to kind of live with that and with all these people. No spoilers, but how he's kind of dealing with it. I would have loved to see more of that. But look, overall, this was a very fun action film. If you're going in for a fun time in the movie theater, you're going to get that. And I walked out saying, you know what, that was a pretty damn good movie, despite the weak characters and some lines of cheesy dialogue. This is a really pretty good movie, to be honest with you. And for me, I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I kind of loved this movie, to be honest with you, and it's kind of surprising to me to even say that, but it's true. I had a great time with it. So guys, comment your thoughts in the comment section. Do you plan on seeing Kong Skull Island, or did you see it already? What did you think about it? Also, you can subscribe to this channel for next week's review for Beauty and the Beast. That's very exciting. We have Power Rangers coming out. A couple coming out next month. We have the Fate of the Furious. God knows how that's going to go. We'll see. Then we have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. All these movies coming out. I can't wait to review. Can't wait to talk about. And Blu-ray unboxing is coming in the future. We have Fences coming out on Tuesday, but I might not be able to do the unboxing until Thursday. We'll see. If you guys follow me on Facebook and Twitter, the links to those are in the description of this video, or on Snapchat at RyanKing72, and on Instagram at KingOfRises131. And one of those, or a couple of those social media platforms, I will let you guys know when my unboxing for Fences will be up if you're interested in winning the digital HD code. So yeah, guys, that's about it. Thank you very much for watching my review for Kong Skull Island. Over and out.
This is a good group of boys. We're all gonna die together out here. You shouldn't have come here.